If anybody is trying to use the AWS cloud services, AWS cloud services should have an infrastructure in such a way that it has to be accessible around the world. So here in our case, AWS has set up their infrastructure globally in different continents and different countries. So here you can see on the map you are seeing some points, right, dots. Those are all the AWS regions that they have, and they're all are interconnected from one region to other region. AWS region is a cluster of data centers, and you know what is a data center is? Each AWS region consists of multiple isolated locations known as availability zones. Just remember these names like AWS regions and availability zones. We will see them detail in the next slide. So the definition wise, availability zone is grouping of one or more discrete data centers that provide applications and services in AWS region. So this availability zone is the one that consists the data centers and where all the compute or all the services that AWS wants to provide, right? Those are going to be stay in this availability zone data centers basically. Now we know the definition of like what is AWS region and what is availability zone. And on the right side, you can see these are the regions. So here you are seeing, right, US East 1. The name it has is US East North Virginia. These are the regions that are available in the AWS basically. AWS has regions all around the world. So that's why they are able to provide services all around the world, and all those are interconnected with one each other. And the list of services that they are providing, some of them should be region specific and region scoped, which what it means is like I'm going to create a service in this region that is only available to that particular region. So those type of services are called region scoped services. So yeah, most of the AWS services are region scoped. For example, if you're going to create a service in particular region, for example, Asia Pacific, Sydney, AP Southeast 2, this is the region. Let us consider this region. So the service that you have created, right, that is going to be accessible only in that region. So you can make it global. So there are some ways to make it global by using different services that AWS is providing. And some services are globally available, global scope. So for example, this picture will give you the good understanding of region and availability zone basically. So here if you see, this entire thing is a region. So here you are seeing, right, the entire thing is a region, and the yellow squares here, they are availability zones. If you see, the region name is AP Southeast 2, and the availability zones are like 2A, 2B, and 2C. So each availability zone is one or more discrete data centers with the redundant data power, networking, and connectivity. So they are separated from each other so that they are isolated from disasters. So if any one of them is gone down during a disaster, for example, because of earthquake or any natural calamity, the other two are available for the services. That is what they mean here. So this is about the AWS regions and availability zones and data centers. So in a nutshell, you have to remember like AWS region is a superset of all, inside which there is some availability zones. So here you are seeing, right, these are availability zones inside which there are data centers. Why this infrastructure in this way is because in order to have the redundant power, networking, and continuous connectivity. So these are the main reasons to have this kind of infrastructure.